How are we? By the end of this video, you will know the definition of a median and apply the definition of a median to solve problems involving medians. Okay, so here's how a median is defined. A median of a triangle is a segment joining any vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So here we're told EF, BA, and CD are medians. And what that means is that B is a midpoint, F is a midpoint, and D is a midpoint. Because the definition of a median says that a median connects a vertex and a midpoint. Okay, now that's one aspect of the definition of a median. Let me show you another aspect of the definition of a median. Well, actually, let me tell you what it is first. The centroid, where the medians intersect, divides the medians in a 2-to-1 ratio. So the point at which the medians intersect, that's called the centroid. And it divides the medians into a 2-to-1 ratio. Here's what I mean. Take a look at the animation here. Look at the length of FG. The length of FG is 2.7. The length of AG is 5.4. Double. So see what the centroid is doing where the medians intersect? It's dividing the medians in a 2-to-1 ratio. So what that means is that the longer part of the median is always going to be twice the length of the shorter part of the median. That's why if you look at the ratios here, for each of the medians, the ratio is always 2-to-1. Let's animate this. See if I could. See it move it around? You see the ratios, they never change. They always stay the same. Well, that's because the centroid is always going to divide the medians in a 2-to-1 ratio. Okay, let's stop that. So take a look at the lengths again. See the length here is the length of DG is 2.5. That's the shorter part of the median. Well, the longer part is 5. Look at AG. The longer part is 3 centimeters, and then look at the shorter part of the median. It's 1.5 centimeters. If you're wondering why it's off by a tenth over here, it's because of the rounding. But you could see here that the ratio is always 2-to-1. Okay, so let's look at an example. Find xn if nt is equal to 12. So if nt is 12, and we're assuming that these segments are medians, and that's the shorter part of the median, what should the longer part of the median be? Well, the centroid divides the median in a 2-to-1 ratio, so the longer part of the median should be double what the shorter part of the median is. So xn is equal to 24. All right? And then let's give an explanation. Because the longer part of the median is double of what the shorter part of the median is. Okay? Let's look at another example, example 2. Find EY if GY is 18. So this time, it's saying that this whole line segment is 18. So what must be the length of EY? Well, if you're thinking it's 4.5 or if you're thinking it's 9, it's neither of those. You got to keep something in mind. that EY has to be half of what the longer part is, or you could say GE has to be twice of what the shorter part of the median is. So if you think the answer is 9, so if you think the answer here is 9, you're going to be wrong, because if you say this is 9, this has to be 18, and 18 plus 9 is not going to give you 18. Is right? It's going to go over. So you got to remember, EY plus GE has to equal to GY. So the answer is not 9, which is one of the common answers people say for this. So how do we find it? Well, why don't we label EY X, since it's unknown to us. And then let's try to use the definition of a median to come up with a way to express GE. If EY is X, that means GE, the longer part of the median, has to be 2X. It has to be double of what the shorter part of the median is. So we could write an equation like this. X plus 2X equals 18. X plus 2X is 3X. So 3X equals 18. Divide both sides by 3. X is equal to 6. So that means EY is equal to 6. And that means GE, which is equal to 2X, is equal to 2 times 6, which is equal to 12. So check if those numbers work out. We could substitute it back into this. So EY is 6, GE is 12, and we know GY is 18 from the problem. Is 6 plus 12 going to give me 18? Yes, it is. So we know we did it correctly. Okay, so that's how you apply the definition of a median. I showed you 2 ways to do it. Hope this video helps. Take care.